Sony is the most greediest company I have ever seen in my life. Jim Lion Ryan is out here telling the media's all of this fake news, like Sony is down bad. They need the money for content. They need the money to produce more consoles. There's a chip shortage. We don't know what we're gonna do. The gaming community is down bad. We really need this help so we can continue to give you guys those AAA bangers with high quality, and they're going to be coming out like most of the games should look like God of War and Spider-Man and all of these remakes and remasters, right? So they announced we're going to do a price hike. Okay, we understand, we get all that. It's inflation, we get all that, but the fans are like, where did all of this come from? Like, how did this start? Who up there at Sony at the front office made this call? Because I know it couldn't have been one person, right? So I'm thinking to myself, if Xbox Game Pass have to go through all of these regulations to acquire a $70 billion, pretty much company like Activision Call of Duty deal, and they have to go through all of these different countries to get that pass, how does Sony get to just up and just do a price hike in all of these different countries? Like, no one sees anything wrong with that. It's okay if Sony does it, right? The Xbox does something, they have to go through all these passing regulations. Oh, it's $70 billion. It never been an acquirer of studios or production company or publisher of this big before. Now we got to go get everybody else permission, and now this little Jim Lion Ryan over here at Sony talking about they need everybody to be a price hike between $50 to like $100. This is really like digging deep into people's pockets out here in these gaming streets. Okay, these Decepticons don't care about you. And on top of that, let me tell you how extremely greedy they are. They're going to use your money. First of all, this is just crazy to even think about. How can a company get away with something like that? They stole $5 billion away from their fan base and going to do a price hike on the PS5 because they're being sued, so that they can make all of that money back, so that they don't take a loss, they don't take a L. So basically the money is in rotation. So even if they do get sued for 5 to 10 billion, however much, the lawsuit probably can even go up. We don't know yet. We don't even know. That's one lawsuit. Now the second lawsuit, now this just came out of nowhere. Bad news. Sony's always in the headline. Bad news villains. That's what Sony, they up there at the Sony front office. Another lawsuit just got pinned on Sony for basically making garbage consoles out here that's tearing up on people. So they're spending all their money on these so-called high quality consoles, and they're breaking, and they're getting a lawsuit against that. Now, how much money? We don't really know yet, because it just kind of came out, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be in the high billions as well. So they're getting sued for two things right now: making garbage consoles out here that are just feeding people, and it's either they're making them cheap and they're tearing up, or shipments, they're getting shipped wrong and they're breaking, and when they be delivered to a customer, they're tearing up, they're breaking. I'm hearing people having ports shortages in their HDMI, their power plugs, the internals, or the hardware stuff. This stuff is just breaking and tearing up, and everybody's wondering, okay, why are so many PS5s tearing up? So it's a lawsuit against that, and it's another lawsuit against them stealing $5 billion from their customers, basically from DLCs and digital copies that was bought on PlayStation Store that they upcharged for like an extra 30% that people didn't know about. That's been going down for like around 2015, 2016-ish. So they've been doing it for a long time. Now, no, it may be way more money than that. I think they're saying it can be way more money than that they were stealing behind closed doors. On top of that, they're doing these lockdown backdoor deals, blocking games from coming to Game Pass. On top of that, going to Brazil, trying to cancel the Call of Duty Activision deal from even happening, playing the victim down there. These Decepticons went to Brazil. They took a beach cruise to Brazil to stop a deal from going through on Call of Duty. Now, it's okay when Sony does a price hike. Nobody's saying anything out here in these gaming streets. We don't even have enough people to even go up against it. Like, it's just they can just at a snap of a finger do a price hike. It don't have to go through regulations. It don't have to go to country, and it has to get passed by the board. We don't have no guidance in the whole entire gaming industry right now. It's just like a whole bunch of zombies out here. A bunch of greedy, grimy zombies. They don't, it's no direction out here in these gaming streets. I'm telling you, people, it's getting crazy. You better get whatever you can get right now out of PlayStation or whatever you're gonna do, because we don't know in the next 10 years. You better love it up, because we don't even know if Sony PlayStation is even going to be around. If they keep moving like this, and it's so many fans are turning against Sony. They're turning against them. They're standing up for what's right, guys. I mean, it's crazy that it had to come to this, and they're being exposed. They're always in the news. This is like every other day. They're being sued. They're doing backdoor blocking deals. They're stealing IPs off of other consoles, you know, and trying to rewrap it and rebrand it and make it theirs. You know, that they know it's not theirs, but it's okay because it's Sony. Okay, Sony just being Sony, greedy, grimy, and being scheming, always being scheming. Now it's getting to the point where the Sony fanboys didn't know that they were next. I don't know how they didn't know they were next. I mean, the proof was in the pudding. You pretty much seen it coming when all of your exclusive games started going to PC. You should have caught on then that Sony don't care about you. They don't care about nobody but money. All of these $1 trillion, $1 billion companies, they're all about money, but it's the way you got to go about it. Sony is in the open with it. It's like, okay, you know we're greedy and we're grimy, but you're still going to rock with us. It's not like you're going to stop buying PS5s or supporting it. You're still going to support it. You still have people justifying the price hike, or it should be an extra. It deserves to be an extra $50 to $100, $150 whatever country you live in. I don't know the price of their money. I don't know if it goes up, down, left, right. I don't know. You know, we have all different type of money out here. Those pesos, you know, that yen, you know, the dollar, you know, it just doesn't make any sense for these deals to be happening, and they don't have to pretty much go through a guideline check. Like, hey, hold up, you know, we are having inflation, and we are having a pandemic, and you know, throwing different countries into recessions and stuff like that. We can't afford for you guys to just jack the price up like that. Nobody stepped in and said anything up there at Sony. Nobody. Now do they even have a best friend? Do Sony even have a bestie? Samsung, you can't talk to them. Apple, nobody can talk to Sony and say, hey, yo, you need to chill, bro, just chill out, you know, because it has to be another trillionaire, billionaire, like a billionaire brother, like a what is the word I'm looking for? Like somebody to look up to, somebody that's been there just as long as you, that can actually say, hey, bro, chill out, you're doing too much. Uncle Jim over there, Jim Ryan, he don't care. He don't care if it doesn't put money in his pocket. He doesn't want to do the deal. I even heard someone I heard this the other day. They wanted to make games like $80 to $90. You can imagine paying $80 to $90. $70 was a break. they're actually giving you a break on $70. They want it to be $80 or $90. They want to upcharge on that. Then they're buying more studios with the money off of the $70 games that they promised to give to the developers that they said they needed more money for to help them produce more high quality games. And another thing, the reason why it's taking them to drop another GTA 6 and big games like that, like Grand Theft Auto 6 and all that, they said because the microtransactions for GTA 5 is making way too much money. They don't want to risk damaging the brand, basically. So Rockstar don't really want to make another Red Dead. They don't want to make another, GTA 6 until like later on in the generation. Because they was like, oh, it can be buggy, and then they're talking about they're running on the same engines and things can go wrong with the tech, and we don't want to damage basically what we have, and we're actually going to take a loss to even make another GTA 6. And I'm just like, well, how are you so you didn't think about this 10 years ago? What is this, like the third generation? This game has been rocking out for how many generations now? GTA 5, and you mean to tell me you don't want to make another one due to microtransactions? You don't want to hurt your own pockets, so you don't want to give us a new one, but they want to keep teasing us about a new one? Stuff like that is real irritating, and Sony is dipping right in the pot with them, so they're all sleeping together. Sony with all these other greedy little companies out here that just believe in, oh, we're going towards microtransactions. We don't want to take a L, but a lot of these games are flopping. Do you know why these games are flopping? Because they're not good. A lot of these games, they're not like we used to have in the 90s and the early 2000s. Once you play those games, you fell in love with them. You can even go back to this day and play some of those games and still have the time of your life, have fun, enjoy. But these new games, as soon as you log on, you got to sign up for your email. You got to put your phone number in. You got to call a friend to call another friend to ask them, hey, what's your address so I can log into this? You got to get this code. You got to get them to send it to your email. It's like they got to lock you in to their ecosystem so they don't lose your attention or something. Like, why do I have to sign up for this like I'm filling out a job application for a game? Like, this is crazy. Yeah, I tried to hop on what it was, Multiverse or whatever. Man, they sent me to so many different apps and sites. I say, you know what? I give up. I don't even want to play the game anymore. I lost interest. It's too much. It's like, why are y'all doing all? You gotta put credit card numbers in. You gotta go get more more money to add to your account. You gotta go out your way, go to the store. It's too much. All these microtransactions that you have to do, they don't even want to. They love that process that they have to put you through. You get what I'm saying? So that process is what the creators have pretty much got spoiled and lazy. They don't even want to produce more games. They rather just lock you into a game that maybe have like a multiplayer mode or something like that, or have like a lot of DLCs. That's what they want to do. DLCs and microtransactions. It takes so much money to develop the new games, and you need like 1,500 to like 1,000 people to develop a game. Excuse me, Decepticon. Aren't we the ones that are supporting the developers? I'm pretty sure that's what they said. We need this money so that we can support the developers, right? So if we're paying you to deliver us high quality AAA bangers. I don't care if it does good or bad. This is what we want. This is what we're standing up for. We don't want to hear no more excuses. Oh, we don't want to make games because they're flopping. So what? You got into the gaming industry, right? So sometimes you're gonna win, sometimes you're gonna lose. Every game is not going to be a hit, but it may do okay. And it's the greed. Yo, the greed is really just out of control. The gold digging, the pimping the PS5 console, just putting it out there, just pretty much tricking the PS5 out. You know, it's just like, it's getting real old right now, man. This price hike is annoying so many different countries. You know, they were saying like they don't know why the West over here, we didn't get a price hike. They say maybe it's because the Sony headquarters is over here in the United States. I don't know. You know, I never really looked at it like that, but I'm thinking it's because we have Xbox, Game Pass, and PC over here is on fire. So it would be hard for you to want to go up against that, and we already don't have enough PS5s to really go around, you know. So I don't think they really want to damage that market right there right now. Just leave it alone in the US, because this price everywhere else, if all dust fails, you know these Sony ponies over here are going to support it. There's nothing, you can't change their mind. They won't even listen to their own mom and dad. Whenever Lion Jim Ryan up there at Sony says anything, they do it. He says jump, they say how high. He can start a whole riot if he wants to between the console war, because he knows he have a strong fan base, and it's all because of the kryptonite that lies in these AAA bangers that everybody loves so dearly. Now you can use that to your advantage, or you can use it for good, or you can use it for bad. Right now, Sony has the power to use it for good or for bad, being that they are the market leaders, and now they're using it for bad. So they're just throwing the PS5 out there and just throwing everything at the wall, hoping it sticks. Now, if everybody stands up and say, hey, we're not going to support this whole entire price hike, and the sales completely drop low, and people just say, you know what, we rather just have an Xbox or build a PC. You know, it's not worth $75 a game. You know you're gonna have to pay taxes on those games when you go in the store. Like, come on now. We ain't crazy. Inflation, games may be automatically $80 now due to inflation. So now you're looking at like $80, $85 a game because of inflation. It may say $70 online, but when you go in the store, it's like, oh wow, why is it 80? Oh, inflation. That's all they can say. That's all they're gonna say. They're not gonna really give you a reason. You know, Sony's going up on all their hardware, meaning their headphones, controllers, everything, all their tech, their phones, their TVs, everything is going up with Sony. Everything, due to the war over there across seas. They say all kind of stuff is crazy stuff that's going down behind closed doors over there that we don't know about too. It's harder to get tech. It's harder to get these companies to ship them, you know. So it's a lot of stuff that's going down that Sony can use to their advantage to say, oh, this is the reason why. But it's real funny that Nintendo and Xbox don't have to do it. Cloud gaming, they ain't really doing it. PC ain't really got to do it. Now, why do Sony feel like they're so special to they're just on the top of everything that they would need to do something like that and just break apart the whole entire gaming community to say, okay, we're going to still be the pretty much the bully. They're bullying their own fan base, and no one can really say anything. They don't even have to pass guidelines. They don't even have to pass regulations. They can just do whatever they want to do, and nobody wants to sign petitions and stop it. So they're going to continue to do what they want to do anyways. You get what I'm saying? So we don't even know what the future lie. If they lose this generation, fanboys, it would definitely be they shot themselves in the foot with this deal. We're gonna all come back to this moment here and say the reason why they lost this generation is because of that price hike. Now they're gambling. They're gambling on, okay, if we limit production, it's still going to look like we're at the top of the market because they're going to sell like hotcakes, because anything is hard to find, people is going to want because they feel like it's special. So Sony knows that if we limit production in the US, since they're not going to be making many of them, we're probably going to be the last ones to get shipments anyways. So, and two, they finished these chip manufacturers. What I heard on these blogs and vlogs, they're building chip factories over here. I think it's over here and cross seas as well. But they are working on chip factories, and they said take up to 5 years to make them, these factories or whatever. So, and they said we're like 2 years in, so we still got a few more years to go. But once those chip factories take place, we should be able to keep up with demand. But that's like the generation is going to almost be over. So you're going to be looking at trying to get a PS6 if it gets that far, if it don't get so bad, you know. So that's the only way that they will be able to ship enough in the US. We have to have our own factory, because they just don't have enough help, I guess, over there. I'm assuming due to the chip shortage and, like they say, supply and demand, you know, and it just you know, mess over their fan base like this and do them so dirty with the whole "we believe in generations." But I never seen a generation like this. You get what I'm saying? This is the worst generation for Sony. Like the worst. Like I think this right here has surpassed. I don't know if it was the PS3 generation was down bad. It was one of them. And it was like, yo, Sony was begging for help. They was about to start selling Girl Scout cookies. You know, and when they got back on their feet, you know, now they're so arrogant and cocky. They always seem to turn on their own fan base, bro. Like, how do you turn on your own fan base? Like, that is sad, bro. Like, that's like the lowest of the low. Like, you are grimy, low down, dirty snakes, you know, like, and I really feel for the families out there that just like already struggling out here, trying to pay their bills, and they know the holidays are coming. And then you have these low-life fanboys, Sony ponies out here bragging, okay, you already have your PS5, cool. That's cool, you got your PS5, but that don't give you the right to pick on other people that's less fortunate than you, that don't have a PS5, or they really want one, you know, and they're trying to push the PS4 people out the door. They don't even want to really make games for PS4, the ones that they know people are going to want, but they want to try to force PS5 down your throat, but they want you to fight over them because they know it's like you're going to throw one. It's like you're going to throw one PS, you're going to open the door and you're going to throw one PS5 in the room, and it's like 10 gang members in there and they have to fight over it. That's pretty much how it is with a PS5 going to shop at Walmart. It's like Black Friday every day, looking for a PS5. Everywhere you go, people are, we're out of stock. Well, as soon as they get it in, oh, the scalpers got it. You know, and it just, the gold digging don't stop with Sony. They got more plans. They're buying more studios up. They're buying studios and they're saying they're broke. They need the money to help the developers. They're over here hollering in Brazil like they're broke. You just made 25. What did you do with the other 25 billion you just made last year? Are you smoking it up? What did you do with that money? You were supposed to put that towards second, like sequels that you didn't do that fans asked for, but you want to make movies and complain about inflation? You're making you got big production companies. You're making Spider-Man movies that you're already planning, a Spider-Verse. How are you broke? You know, how you need all this money? Obviously something's going on. If you're the market leader but you're screaming like, oh, we need more money, you're just being greedy. I'm sorry, I can't even look at it any other way. And the price hike is just so annoying to keep hearing these fanboys keep supporting that and backing that up, trying to defend it. Like, who does that? You're just sick. And I'm going to leave it right there, guys. You know what I'm saying? Till later on. You already know what to do. Smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest off in these gaming streets. And don't forget to check out the links down in the description so you can download PlayStation Plus Premium and Xbox Game Pass on PC. Thank you and peace.